Hi guys, welcome to my channel Confessions of a Gaming Mum. So I've been rubbish again and yeah, I just was not in the right frame of mind to have to vlog at any point today other than right now. Just yeah, just wasn't in the right place to really do it. So I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to get more filmed so you're not just having to look at my face and while I'm talking, although apparently some people like to just listen to me talk, I've heard. So yeah, but anyway, so a recap on today. Basically Bob woke up at what, like 6:30 this morning, which was fun. And he did, I'm trying to think, in terms of his potty practice, he messed in 2 pairs of trousers in quite quick succession. First was he did a poo. I think it was literally as soon as my husband changed him from his night nappy into his trousers, he literally did a poo. So he didn't do a poo at all yesterday, so it was kind of like we were expecting it today. But yeah, he did that, and then later on he was playing under the table and he just sat there, like he was playing, and then all of a sudden he just sat still, and then I was like, what are you doing? And then he said poo, and I pointed to his trousers, so I was like, oh, you better not have done. Pulled him out from under the table and he was absolutely soaked, and there was a big pool of wee under the table, which is great because obviously Bubs confuses wee and poo. So yeah, so that was annoying. So that was 2 pairs of trousers. Going forward though, it was a mixture of, again, prompting him just to remind him that if he needs to go to the toilet, then to actually go on the potty. There was a time, I think he was playing and then he stopped playing, and that's normally when you know something, like he's thinking what he needs to do. So normally if I see that reaction, I quickly grab him and put him on the potty. And a lot of the time if he needs to do something, he'll stay seated on the potty. It's if he doesn't need to do something that he'll get up and be like, no, sort of thing. So yeah, we had a few unprompted wheeze, a few prompted wheeze where we had to tell him to go to the potty. But yeah, there was one time when he stopped and I sat him on the potty and he was on there for like 5 minutes. I was reading a book with him, and then he pulled a face, the potty sang, he stood up, and I was thinking, oh, it's just going to be a wee, and he'd actually done a poo. So we were really pleased, and we made him, again, a massive fuss about it, like saying good job, so pleased, well done, clever boy. So because obviously he's got the wheeze down to a T, pretty much, almost. Like I said, we still have to prompt him, but that's just when he's so into his playing he forgets to actually go to the potty. Although I was making him toast this morning, because he's just eating us out of house and home at the moment, in terms of he has 2 Weetabix brick things, biscuits, for his breakfast, and then like instantly he wants something else. So today I gave him a slice of toast, and as I was buttering the toast, he was with me in the kitchen, and then he ran out the kitchen going quick, 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 like that. So my husband had to put him on the potty. That's really good, I think, in terms of that shows progress, in terms of he recognises when he needs to go a wee. It's just getting that poo one down that he's just struggling with. But yeah, to me, I'm really pleased with that. I'd be more than happy to put his potty actually in the little loo and keep it in there, so then he has to go there to go to the toilet. But until we've got poos down, I don't really want to risk it, because the amount of times that we see him pull a face and we go to sit him on the potty because we think he's going to do a poo and he's already done it. So I'd rather, yeah, just have the potty still where it's close by, so we can have that quick reaction. So but yeah, definitely progress, I think. So yeah, that's mostly what's been happening today. Weather has been really crappy, so we've not been able to go out for a walk or anything. We've got the storm, I can't think of the name of it, it's Storm Isaac or something. We've got sorry, I just had to move my dryer out of the way because it's really bugging me. Yeah, we've got Storm something or other, I can't think of the name of it, hitting us at the moment. We've not got it as bad as, like, I think the north has got it quite bad, but obviously we're in the south, so it's not so bad here. We've just got a wind, like windy, it's quite windy, and we've just had rain all day, but not heavy rain, it's just that sort of light splatter that's just really annoying. So so yeah, we've not been able to go out. But this morning I made again my vegan stew, so I put like vegan sausages, potatoes, cannellini beans, and just a load of veg like broccoli and cauliflower. Threw that in the slow cooker, and we had that again for dinner tonight. I was hoping that it wasn't going to be like a first time lucky sort of thing, and it was really delicious. So so yeah, we've got some for tomorrow, so that's going to be my husband's lunch, I think. So we were eating that as we were watching Joe Biden's inauguration. So that was interesting. I'm pretty sure we were like kind of watching it thinking, is there something going to happen? Like, is there going to be some drama? I think we were half expecting some drama, but it seemed to go all swimmingly, which is good. But yeah, other than that, there's not really much else going on. Like I said, it's just day in, day out at the moment. What else? Oh, makeup and lighting. Explain. I'm about to do, because it's Wednesday, and obviously on a Wednesday night now, I do live stream. I have been planning to do a Tomb Raider 2 live stream for weeks now, but we still can't get Tomb Raider 2 to work. My husband's trying all these different methods to see if we can get it to work, but currently at the moment we just don't have the time, so I'm like to really sort of just concentrate on trying to get it sorted. So hopefully we can find out by Saturday if it's actually ever going to happen, because obviously I live stream on Sunday. So, or actually I should say we should find out by Sunday, not by Saturday, by Sunday. My husband might be able to find an hour or so to look at it. But yeah, as it's not working, I was thinking of doing Assassin's Creed again, but I think I've struggled Sunday just trying to keep the stream going, because I didn't want to go into the story because I don't want to spoil it for anyone. And also, like, I want to save the story for my YouTube channel sort of thing. So so yeah, I was kind of like, I don't know if I'm going to have 2.5's worth of gaming to be able to do. That's just going to be me running around doing stuff without going into the story. So I thought, why not just go back to an old faithful and do Immortals Phoenix Rising, which obviously was what I was doing for a couple of weeks before I decided I was going to try and do Tomb Raider. But yeah, so that's what I'm playing today for 2.5 hours. Get myself back into that, and it'll probably be this until we can get Tomb Raider 2 working again. But yeah, other than that, I really can't think of anything else right now. I'm still like sort of fiddling about with what I'm doing in terms of diet. So today I had a cheese omelette for breakfast. It's only two egg omelette though, not three egg. So so yeah, because what I'm trying to do, I've said in I think the previous video, in terms of I'm trying to get all the fat and the protein I need, because I'm loosely following macros. So in terms of I've worked out how many grams of carbs, fat and protein I need to apparently lose weight, so I have to hit those numbers. So now I'm just playing about with ideas for food and stuff. So I basically plan out what we're going to have for dinner the next day, and then around that I see what I've got left of protein, fat and carbs, and then work out what we've got that I can have for lunch and dinner. So yeah, because obviously we have most of our, well, all of our dinners are vegan because my husband's vegan. I don't get as much protein in my dinner, it's more carbs, so hence my breakfast and my lunch tends to be where I try and get as much protein and fat in as I can. So so yeah, the 2 egg omelette helped with that, because obviously I had cheese in it as well. But I do think my fat was quite high today because of the I don't know what it is in the stew, but the stew's quite fatty. It's got a lot of fat in it. Might be the olive oil, maybe, that I use to cook everything in. So yeah, that's probably why. But yeah, that's what I'm currently working on at the moment. Obviously I can't do any real strength training because of my stomach muscles, so I'm still obviously doing my running, so I'll be doing my run tomorrow. as long as the weather's not like apocalyptic. it should be fine for me to run. And obviously now I've got my new running shoes, I'm more psyched to go running. So, and I've got my new top, because I bought myself a new top as well, because obviously I only had one winter top before. That one's in the wash, but I bought a new winter top, so now I can actually go running more than once a week. So yeah, we'll just see how it goes, but that's tomorrow anyway. So yeah, so on that note, I think I just need to sort out my live stream and stuff, and then I'll be going to bed, because it'll be 11 o'clock, and obviously I want to be able to be awake enough for my run in the morning. So on that note, I'll just say good evening, and I shall see you all in the morning. Good morning, guys. So Thursday morning, just been on my run. There was a feeling I might not be able to go on it because that storm Christoph that that battered us last night. Like, we could hear like the rain just being just absolutely pummeled against the window. But clear skies this morning, pretty much. So it meant it was really bitterly cold, and that wind's quite biting as well. But I can hear it now, but I didn't really feel it as I was running. I actually wanted it while I was running because I was getting really hot. I'm definitely struggling with my run again. Obviously Tuesday wasn't great, today was about the same. So yeah, I'm just trying to work out what it could be. Not just with my times, but like I'm feeling like I'm struggling as well, like I can't run any faster. And I'm having to really push myself to run the 4. And I don't know if it's, like I said, one, obviously it might be because it's new shoes as well, so I'm just getting used to those. I mean, they still feel great. But now I'm getting that bloody tightness in my calves, which is really annoying. So I'm getting that, but I'm also, yeah, just feeling like really out of breath and stuff. So I don't know if it's because like my body's kind of running out of sugar, because I've been living on a diet of sugar for God knows how long, and now I'm trying to keep my carbs down and my protein up, so my body's just kind of like almost running on empty now. That's what I think that's only like one of the reasons I think it is. I say there's also the fact that I'm like really overweight. But yeah, because it's not as if I've spent ages away from running, and I'm pretty sure I've spent longer away from running and not struggled this much. So yeah, I have no idea what it can be, to be honest. I'm just going to blame the shoes and the new diet. I really don't know what else it could be. But yeah, I'm going to keep at it. I'm not going to stop, obviously. I'm just going to keep going. Especially when there's mornings like this morning where like the sun's coming up and it's just really beautiful here. I'll never get bored of this route, I don't think. How could you? It's so beautiful here. But and I got back to listen to my ghost stories. I had a time when I was just listening to music, but no, it doesn't feel the same as when you're listening to ghost stories on a run. It's much better, I feel. And it's like, and I think I said in like my last video, it's like when you listen to music, you're trying to keep up with the beat, and I think that can really affect not just your stamina, but like your pace and stuff. Obviously it could probably improve your pace, but I don't think it's good in the long run. So I like listen to the ghost stories because then I run at the pace that I want to run, rather than subconsciously running to the music. So, and knackering myself out in the first kilometre or whatever. So yeah. But anyway, I was going to say something else. Yes, because last time I spoke to you was before my stream. My stream went really well. I like literally just before I went on the stream, I was on Facebook, and there's a women gamers group I'm on, and a lot of the women on there do streams, and someone posted about like on Twitch, for people that don't know, you like when you watch people stream, you if you're in the chat, you see these you get these things, like you get points, and what a lot of the streamers do is they'll have something that you can buy with those points. It doesn't cost you anything, and it doesn't cost the streamer anything. It's just a fun thing that you sort of earn over time, and you can use them to to buy like different things depending on who's doing the stream. Like they can make up things, like Twitch has its own generic ones that the streamer can use, but they can make up their own ones. And yeah, this woman, because I've wanted to use it because obviously I want to get more into Twitch and be more interactive and stuff. And so it caught my eye when this woman posted saying that she wants to use her points, but she doesn't know what she can give as an incentive for her viewers. And people were just listing all these different things. So so it got me thinking. So I was like, yeah, you know, I'm gonna try some of these. So there's one that like you spend, like, I can't remember how much I think it's 1,000 points, and if you spend 1,000 points, I will whisper for like 10 minutes of the stream. And another one, 500 points, and I'll take my glasses off, and I'll play the game with my glasses off for like 5 minutes, and different things like that. So it's just like silly little things that you get to do, and obviously you get to control what they are, so no one asks you to do anything you don't want to do. So so yeah, that was quite fun. So I added those, and then literally I was like, I'm not going to mention it on my stream yet, I'm just gonna like leave them there, and then one day when I'm not so tired, I'll mention them, and then people can start using them. And what happens, obviously, because I've added them, people start spotting them when they're, because I think they come up when people hit a certain level in their points. So say like someone hits 2,000 points, Twitch will say, oh, you could use these points to do this, 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 and this. And so everyone's like, oh, she's got points, and then they just start hammering me with all these things. So I had to whisper, I had to swap every swear word out for frick. I had to take my glasses off. What was the other one? And then yeah, there's another one where it's basically like I call it cross my heart, and it's basically like people can ask me anything and I've got to give an honest answer. So I got a few of those as well. So so that was really fun. I also got a few cheers from a friend I was talking about the other day, who works on Tomb of Ash. She gave me a few bits, and bits are basically something that can be purchased by a viewer. So I think they can buy like 100 bits at a time. I don't know how much it is, like £5 or something. And they can give like these bits to to whoever. So like if they watch one streamer, they can give them 5 bits. They watch another streamer, they can give them 10 or whatever. So it's just like something they have on their account, like a credit they have on their account, and they can share them with whoever. And yeah, right, she gave me 5 bits yesterday, and that comes to, I think it's about 5 pence on my thing. So obviously I don't see any money from Twitch until I reach £100, and I've got a long way to go from there because I've got no subscribers other than my husband. But because you can get a subscription, you get a free subscription through Amazon Prime, because I think Amazon own Twitch, I think. So yeah, so it means that you will get, because obviously if you get subscribers, that's when you get money, because they have to pay for a subscription. And but yeah, because obviously the Amazon Prime one is free, you don't get as much money. So I think it's like £1.85 or something, or $1.85. I also get money from ads that show up at the beginning of the stream when people join the stream. But that, again, that's like 6p or something. So it's going to take me a while before I actually see any money out of it. But it was really good. I think it's probably one of the best streams I've had so far in terms of just the interaction and sort of like the camaraderie between everyone. It was really fun. And also someone from another gaming group I'm in, she raided with 10 people, so that was fun. So so yes, a raid is basically when someone has done a stream, and they look to see who they follow, like if anyone they follow is online, and then they basically get everyone. They can they basically click something, and it sends, when you finish your stream, it sends everyone over from your stream over to this other stream. So it's basically helping other streamers out by sending your audience over to them. Whether they say or not is up to the audience, but yeah, it basically introduces other viewers to different streamers they may not necessarily have seen before. So that was really nice of her to raid me then. So yeah, so it was a really good stream in terms of, it may not have been my best numbers, but it was, yeah, it was a really good stream in terms of like
just the experience and stuff. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. But anyway, I think I better head back because I need breakfast and also I need to save my husband. So I'll try and do some more video today, but most likely it'll be in the evening. But I'll see. I'll try my best to actually make the effort to film today. So I'll see you back at home.
I know, I tried, but it still didn't happen. I'm still leaving it till the evening to actually do anything. I tried to do some of the housework and film it, but yeah, it was just more things happening at like the last minute, so I had to get it done quick without having to reposition the camera and stuff, so yeah. Anyway, so today there has been accidents on the sofa of all places. Luckily it wasn't a poo, it was a wee on the sofa. His poo today he actually did on the potty because I grabbed him off his chair because he was sat up at the table and he was putting a face. So I set him on the potty and we started reading a book together, like I was showing him one of his books. And within a couple of minutes he pulled the face again and then the potty started singing and he'd done a poo, so that was good. So I don't know if that's progress or not. He did a poo in his nappy this morning as well, so he basically did 2 poos. We were still sort of like keeping an eye out for another poo just in case, but there wasn't one, so lots of farts though. So yeah, there was that. But yeah, he did a wee, well he had 2 accidents actually on the sofa. First one he just sat there and was like, I did a wee, so we're like, for God's sake. Second one, he actually basically passed out again in his chair, so my husband had to catch him before he fell out of his chair. It's just insane how he literally was just like just like 1 minute you're just looking, he's gone. And yeah, that was like 4:30. He didn't wake up till like 7:15. So yeah, I think it's going to be an absolute nightmare for my husband to try and get him off. It's 9:15 now. I don't think he's going to be getting off for a while. But yeah, so he woke up very grumpy, like very, very grumpy. During his nap, me and my husband had our dinner. We had our like yogurts as well after. So so yeah, we just left Bubs on the side. And yeah, he woke up and he was very, very grumpy. I think it was because obviously he was hungry. Tried to get him to sit on the potty, just wouldn't have it. It was just like, no. So my husband tried cuddling him. Within 5 minutes of him waking up, he'd weed all over the sofa. So, because he'd stayed dry throughout his whole nap, like I said, a 2-hour nap, and he stayed dry throughout it. So it was literally just as like, because he refused to go on the potty, that he wet himself. So really friggin' annoying. I've filled in Bubs' nursery form. It's all up to date, so I'm going to try. Well, first off tonight I'm going to finish, or I'm going to edit my Assassin's Creed video for tomorrow. So then that can go up. Yeah, so then that can go up. And then once I've done that, like I said, I don't see Bubs going off because I can hear him talking in the other room. So I don't think he's going to go off for a while. So once I've done the Assassin's Creed video, I'm then going to send the nursery form back off to the nursery to see if we can sort out a day that he can go in terms of just seeing how he gets on and stuff. I've written on there that he's being potty trained at the moment, so just see what they say. And they might want to give a call or like just email and ask a few things, I don't know. So yeah, we'll see. I felt really bad for Bubs because obviously after he'd woken up from his nap, he kept saying he wanted to go on a walk, and we were like, the weather is absolutely miserable, it's absolutely pissing it down at the moment. So, and I really wanted to go for a walk today just for us all to be able to get out, because I've been meaning to get him out every day this week, but every day this week it's been raining, it's been horrible. So yeah, it's just I've not wanted to go out with him when it's pissing down with rain. So, and he got really upset. He was like, I really want to go on a walk, and I was like, bless him, been stuck in the house all week, so I feel terrible. But hopefully maybe tomorrow, but definitely he'll be out on Saturday, because obviously we've got to go to my nan's to sort out shopping and stuff, so at least he's got that. Also, my hands are super sore at the moment, like my knuckles, not on this hand, it's on my right hand, like are so dry, and the skin is all cracked and really sore, so every time I wash my hands it's just like it stings so much. And I think like I had this when we first went into like the pandemic, because obviously I was washing my hands loads, so my hands, like the skin on my hands just went really dry. So I went for a thing of just like constantly moisturising my hands. I've got loads of moisturiser, so I think I just need to get into the habit of putting more on. But yeah, they really sting at the moment and itch. I hate it. But other than that, I think there's nothing else to really say. I'm just like TFI Friday tomorrow. So yeah, other than that, can't really think of anything else to say. So I'll try and be a bit better tomorrow. Yeah, because there's not much going on tomorrow again. So we'll just see, shall we? I'm trying to be better. I'm trying. I promise. I am. So if not this week, then next week. So we'll see. Anyway, good night, and I'll see you tomorrow. You're taking Hitman for a ride in the basket. Mommy. Yeah? I've got your toast here, don't you want your toast?
No, I want no toast.
You don't want toast now? What, Baba?
And then mommy. Daddy and mommy.
Yeah?
Daddy and then cheese.
Yeah, you gotta be careful, Baba, because I'm cooking. Hi guys, so it's Friday, it's lunchtime. Well, it's just come lunchtime, it's nearly 12:10. So a little bit of a busy day today, well, kind of like a more chilled, busy day. So obviously I've got to clean the bathroom today. That's my main job that I do on a Friday. Last night I managed to send off Bub's nursery form. Haven't heard anything yet, so, but I don't think I'll hear anything for a while, but at least it's done. I have emailed it now, so it's up to them to get back to me. What else have I done today? So I've just been playing upstairs with Bubs. We've taken away his tablet for the time being, because sometimes he gets a little too distracted when he's playing it, and that's when a lot of his accidents tend to happen, because he doesn't want to stop playing the games that he does on it. So we're just giving him like a couple of days of cold turkey and see how he gets on. Not had an accident so far today, so that's good. So I was just playing with him in his bedroom, and obviously we've got the other like standing potty up there, and he actually went on it, like didn't need prompting or anything. He was like quick sort of thing, so I helped him fall down his trousers and he sat and did a wee. So that's good. Still waiting for the poo. He did a poo this morning in his nappy, so I don't know if we'll be seeing a poo today. But it's a really beautiful day, and my husband's just been out to the garage to put the towels in the tumble dryer, and he said it's really cold. So I'm in like two minds about it, but I want to do it because I keep looking at the back garden thinking I really need to tidy it up. So one, because it's a lovely day, it's like it's not raining, I want to get Bubs out of the house, even if it's just in the garden. And yeah, I want to be able to tidy up all the plants in the back garden, so that's one thing I want to get done today that's not what I normally do, so we'll see. But right now I'm making lunch for Bubs. He's having crumpet today rather than his usual beans on toast. So yeah, he's been quite good today. We did some water drawing thing, but then he just ends up pouring the water everywhere, so yeah, so I'm having to put it away because then he gets it all down his trousers, then it makes it look like he's wet himself. So yes, I've took that away, but then he weren't bothered about it. I think he was getting a bit bored by that point anyway. So, but yeah, so we're gonna do some lunch. I think then I'll try and get Bubs to sit on the potty again. Actually, well, I'll because I'm cooking my chicken, so I need to. So obviously, I won't be having my lunch with everyone else. So while my chicken is cooking, I'll be going upstairs and doing the bathroom. I also need to hoover in here because there's crumbs everywhere, and then mop the floor, so that's another job for today. But yeah, so the main thing is making sure that Bubs goes on the potty after lunch, and then I can take him in the garden and I'll put several layers on him to make sure he doesn't get too cold. So it should be okay in our garden, because our garden doesn't really get the wind, it's more at the front of the house so we get the wind, so hopefully it won't be too bad. And there's Bub's crumpet. So it was all going well until my camera ran out of battery. Hence why I'm only just now doing some footage, because obviously I had to completely recharge my battery. So I haven't finished on the back garden because there was a lot to do, and the clippers I was using were like quite blunt. The ones I normally would use, which are a lot sharper, are really rusty, so I think we need to get some more. Also, one of my gloves has a massive hole in one of the fingers, so I was like, yeah, I need to invest in some new gardening gloves as well. But also to my husband, I think what I need to start doing is taking care of the garden each week, because again, it's like one of those things, if you leave a job in the house for weeks on end, and then you go to it, it's going to take you a lot longer to do it. It's going to be more of a pain in the arse, and you don't want to do it, and you just end up in the cycle where you just keep putting it off and putting it off. And that's what happens with the gardens. So I'm thinking if I like just put it down that it needs to be done once a week, so all I do is just cut things back, pull up weeds, sweep anything that's blown into the garden away. It will take me, what, 10-15 minutes to do. It won't take me long at all, once I've obviously caught up with what I still need to do, because I need to really cut back the lavender, because the lavender's just exploded. So and I need to pull a load of weeds out as well. So there's still a load to do, but yeah, I won't be able to do any more this week. But like I said, if I keep doing it each week, then obviously it will get easier and quicker each week. And it means as well, obviously as the weather's getting nice, so it means that Bubs can spend the time out there with me, so that's good. Obviously the front garden, I'll have to just be out there by myself, but again, I'll just do the thing if maybe I'll put a timer on my phone or something and say like I'll spend like 10-15 minutes each time, and then see what I can do in 15 minutes, and then just leave it at that. Because like I said, I think it would just be so much easier to do if I just do like a little bit a week, rather than leaving it till like the 2 times a year we actually do anything with it, and then it just ends up being a pain in the arse. That's why we never do it. So that's the garden anyway. That was my thought for the day. So for dinner I made it's the second time I've made it. It's like these vegan chicken strip things with chickpeas in rice and onion and stuff. And it was absolutely delicious. It's so nice. It's quite easy to make, and really quick to make as well. It only takes 15 minutes once you've done all the frying of things. So probably at most it takes about half an hour. And yeah, really, really nice. And I was able to fit it in my carb allowance for the day, which is great. So yeah, that was me. What else? I don't know what else I've done today. I didn't end up mopping the kitchen floor because it didn't really need it, so that was crossed off the list. Haven't heard anything from Bob's potential nursery, but then it is Friday, so I don't know what the current state of things are there, or if they're like even taking new people on because of COVID. I don't know. So hopefully I'll hear something, so even if they're just to tell me like we'll review this after lockdown or whatever. So yeah, hopefully I'll hear something soon. With Bubs today, he was pretty good in terms of he needed to be prompted a lot, but he didn't have an accident in the first part of the day. He fell asleep on the sofa, obviously after running around with me in the garden this evening. So he fell asleep on the sofa, but it was only for like an hour. It weren't like the 2 hours he had the other night. And he woke up and he was wet, so obviously another nap where he had an accident. And then my husband went out to get shopping for my nan tomorrow, because I have my physio appointment tomorrow. So and obviously I'm going on my own because I don't really want Bubs having to sit in the car waiting for me like while I'm having that done. Yeah, so I'm going on my own and then driving home, and then we're heading off to my nan's. So there won't really be the time for us to go do shopping as well. I think it would just be a waste of time. So my husband's done it tonight, so we don't have to worry about it in the morning. Yeah, so that's all done. So while he was out, I was looking after Bubs, obviously, and he did like this little pebble poo on the potty. It was like just like a large raisin, that's what it looked like. So I was like, yeah, well done for sitting on the toilet and doing that. So we flushed it away and everything. I was trying to like wash up, like clean up after dinner, and he was no longer on the potty. He was watching his tablet, because I gave it back to him because I thought he's done really well without it today. So I gave it back to him, and then he called me from the kitchen, and he's now got a thing of saying bum when he's done a poo or he's farting or whatever. So ran in, obviously checked his trousers, and he'd done a massive poo in his trousers. So luckily it was okay to clean up, so it weren't too bad. But yeah, but he's had a few, or like when I was playing in his bedroom with him earlier, he actually went on the potty unprompted, so that's good. He went on the potty a few times unprompted today downstairs, but it was more us sitting him on the potty because he's just getting into that sort of I'm not doing what you tell me to do phase. So slightly annoying, but yeah, I'm guessing it's good. I ordered a sippy cup, a new sippy cup for him yesterday, and it arrived this evening, so he hasn't had a chance to use it yet because I'm going to clean it tomorrow. Because the one he's got in the, like the rubber bit on the top, like the lid, where you suck the water through, it's going mouldy, but mouldy underneath the skin, so you can't get rid of it no matter how much I scrub or scratch it. It's just, it won't go away, and it's getting more and more mouldy, and I'm just like really don't like the thought of him drinking out of something that looks like that. So yeah, I've decided to get a new one where it's a lot easier to clean. So so we're going to try that and see how he gets on with that. I think that's it really for today. I'm literally just going to edit my Tomb Raider video for tomorrow. Because like I said, because any other day when I don't normally release a video, so like Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, I'm releasing my Tomb Raider Anniversary Edition videos. So I've got to work on that for tonight, for tomorrow, and that's it. And obviously if I get that done before Bubs falls asleep, then I can work on my vlog for Sunday. So so yeah, using my time constructively. So yes, I will say good night, and I shall speak to you tomorrow. Good morning, guys. So, well, can't say morning, it's like 1:30. What time is it? It's 1:05. So anyway, so today's Saturday. I was planning on vlogging a little bit earlier, but because I was sat outside the physio, where I have my physio, and like it was right by the window, and I was late enough as it is, I decided to just wait until I could do like a summary here. So yeah, basically, first thing this morning I had my physio. So she'd made it like a month after I'd had my last physio appointment, I think, because where I'd missed one, because we were stuck in Crete, and I kind of, my recovery had slowed right down. So I think she wanted me to sort of pick it back up, and yeah, she wanted me to just pick it back up again and just see how I got on in that month. So obviously I've made a real effort to make sure that every other day when I'm not running, I'm doing the exercises that she's given me, just to make sure that I'm doing everything I can to recover. But yeah, it was a bit scary because it's the first time I've driven there on my own, because normally like my husband and Bubs come with me, but because Bubs is potty training, it's not fair to have them sat in the car and stuff. Because normally like my husband insists on coming just so they can get out of the house, but yeah, so I went on my own today, and because I've not driven there before, I was a little bit nervous, but luckily the roads are practically empty, so it was quite easy for me to get there, and really quick as well. So so yeah, so the appointment's only meant to be half an hour, but I took an hour. I feel really bad for her because I think I was just like non-stop talking, and she's like, oh yeah, you see, you're into my time. But luckily she didn't have an appointment straight after me, so so it was fine. But anyway, yes, so the appointment went really well. She checked my gap and everything, and she said so I don't think she said the gap is closing. I don't think that's, and as she said to me before, that's not really what we're aiming for. What we're aiming for is me to get a strong core back. So then obviously if I have a strong core, it means that I won't get the back pain anymore. So she said that I've definitely made progress, and she said like when I engage, she says she can see that I'm really sort of finding it super easy now to engage. And I can't remember, I'm pretty sure I said before on an earlier video, maybe, I can't remember, about the fact that I'm starting to notice as well, like obviously when you engage, it's all about clenching like the muscles basically just above your hip bone. So it's like how one of the women described it, who does exercises for people with diastasis recti, like what I've got, in terms of like you're using those muscles to pull your hip bones together as if you're trying to make them meet, and that's like how you engage them. So I've always been doing that. I've been doing that for like probably over a year now, and yeah, so that's how I've always done it, and it's always been quite strong that I've done it. But for now I can do it quite easily, and I can hold it for long periods of time. But now I said to her, what I'm actually starting to feel is I feel as if the muscles at the top want to engage as well. So I did ask her if that's what I should be feeling in terms of all the muscles, like basically from like my diaphragm up to or down to like my pelvic muscles sort of thing, if I should be feeling those wanting to engage. And she said yeah, she said that's actually really good that I'm actually feeling that now, because because my theory in my head is that because those muscles at the top haven't had that, because they've been so stretched apart, they haven't been able to have that strength to be able to engage, but now I'm actually getting that. So and she looked like, because I did ask her about the fact that my stomach sticks out so much, and she was like, she said you just don't know, because every woman's different. And like I've said to her, I was like, I've seen women that are like super toned, like super like stick thin with like ripped muscles, and you can very visibly see that they have a massive gap in between their abs, and that's what I've got, but obviously I have the big round belly with it. But again, like she said, you just don't know what's causing that. So it could be like the fact that the muscles just aren't don't have the strength to basically hold in all the fat, all the organs and stuff, so that's why they're sticking out so much. But she said until you've done the strength training, until you've actually got your core back to being stronger, and you can actually do like proper exercises to strengthen it even further, she said you just don't know if that's something, if that's what the cause of it is. So so she said yes, she said unfortunately she can't answer that for me, it's just a matter of we just have to wait and see. But she did look, because normally when she examines me when I'm laying down, and obviously when I'm laying down my stomach's flat, you can't see, like my stomach doesn't stick out, it's only when I'm stood up that you see like I've got this big round top of my belly. So she got me to like lift up my top and pull my trousers down a bit, because I was wearing my running trousers, and yeah, she could see like the round bit, and she asked me to engage, and she said like you can see like the physical difference when I engage just the bottom bit, and then when I engage the top bit as well. She said you can tell it's actually doing something now. She says so that is really good, it shows that strength is coming back in there. So obviously she examined me again, and she said obviously the gap is still there, and when she really dug in today it really winded me. But yeah, but she said like you can feel like the muscles are trying to come together like when I engage. So she says so that is really good. She says she's really pleased with my progress so far. So what she actually did, she watched me, well, firstly she gave me a back massage, which she does every time, and it's lovely. It really hurt the first time she did it, like way back a couple of months ago, but now when she does it, it's just really nice. So so she does it, it kind of resets my back muscles kind of, because obviously I still get the backache, but I don't get it as much as I used to. But I've said to her what I start getting now is I'm getting more pain like in my shoulders, in like the top of my back. So she thinks that's because of where I'm getting stronger. So I'm using like my arms more, and like yesterday where I did gardening as well. So she says, so that's obviously you're using muscles that you haven't used in a very long while, because obviously she knows I did pole fitness. So she's saying like with your upper arms and stuff, she said they're going to be a lot weaker. So you're going to be a lot more achy because you're starting to do strength exercises that they're not used to having done for a very long time. So so yeah, so she gave me like a few other exercises, like so we went through what I've done before, and she said no, you're really good, your posture's really good. I'm still a bit off with because I have to be on like my hands and knees, and obviously I have to do one like when I'm on my hands and knees engage, and then I have to lift one arm at a time. And then once I've done those, I have to do 3 sets of 10, and then yeah, do 3 sets of 10 for that, and then I have to do the same but with my legs. So I engage, and then I stretch each leg out one at a time, and I do 3 sets of 20 with those. And but it's when I do I'm great. She says my posture's great with my arms, and she can see that my arms are really like really sort of trying and really straining under the weight. But yeah, with my legs, you can see my balance is off. I keep sort of rocking from side to side with each leg, and she says so that's what I've got to work on. I've got to work on my posture. But she's given me another way to try it, in terms of not just lifting my leg up but sliding my foot out, so until my leg is almost straight, and that's when I lift up my my feet. So she said if I try it that way and see how I get on, she said because that might help me keep my balance and stop me from sort of swaying side to side with each foot that I'm lifting up. So so we did that. Then I showed her how I do the one with, when I lay on my back, I can't remember what she calls it, something like shelf or something. I lay on my back, and then I have to engage, and then I have to lift up both legs, so they're both off the floor at the same time. And for people, like you try it, and really concentrate on your core and feel how much it really affects your core when you do stuff like that, because when you don't have a core, that shit is really, really strenuous. So I showed it to her, and she said, like, and she was watching my stomach as I was doing it, and she was like, yeah, I can see, like, you're engaging really well, and the fact that you're able to do it, she said, it's like so easily, she said, you're doing really well. But what she's getting me to do now is I have to lift up my legs like that, and then I have to sort of point my toes, so I've got like nice sort of like ballet toes, and then I have to touch the floor with each foot. So do like one foot and then lift it up, and then another foot down, and then lift that up. So I have to do that, and that's obviously elongating the amount of time that both my feet are up, or both my legs are up in the air. So she says to do that. So that's one that's been added or modified, so to speak. And she said then if I feel strong enough to be able to do that, because as we were doing it, as she was showing it to me, she was like, right, because you can do that so well, she said try with your hands as well, and like alternate. So obviously when your right foot goes down, your left arm goes back. And I tried it and I really struggled. And she said she could see the top of my stomach, the top middle part of my stomach was sticking out. And she said, and that's obviously where you're pushing out, you're straining too much. And that's because even though those muscles are getting that strength, they're not there just yet. So they can only do so much before they get tired. So so she was basically saying, so don't do the arms yet. She said, concentrate on doing the legs. And then she said, if you feel like when those muscles are still able to hold, then you can do the arms and see how you get on. So there was that. And with the being on my hands and knees as well, what she's given me, because she said, because what I did say to her is I'm not getting backache when I'm running, but I've had it a few times where I get strain in my neck here. So I did say I do wonder if it's my posture when I'm doing those exercises on my hands and knees, and she said it might be that, and that's when she said about the strength training and stuff. So what she's actually given me extra to do when I'm on my hands and knees is to do some box push-ups. I think she said like 3 sets of 10. So so I've got that added to it as well. So they're the two that she's given me. She's also given me, because I said about the tightness in my calves when I run, so she's given me, I can't remember what she called it, I think hill stretches or something, or hill lifts I think she called them. So when I'm standing on one leg, so I have to hold onto a wall, stand on one leg, and then go on tiptoe. And she said that should help with the tightness in my calves. So that's another one to add to my list. But what really made me feel like really sort of like yes is I said about, because we started talking about strength training and the fact that I want to get like strength back in my arms and stuff. And I said about the fact that my mum has given me some weights when they moved away. My mum had some like dumbbells, and she gave them to me because my mum knows that I like strength training and stuff. So she said if they're going to go anywhere, it'd be good for me. So I didn't know how big they were at the time, but I just said to her, I know they're a hefty weight. They're not massively like ridiculous weight, but I know they're a big weight. I was thinking 5 kg, but I wasn't entirely sure, but they are, they're 2.5 each, that's 5 kg. So she said yes, so try and add some reps into your exercise as well. So she said about doing like bicep curls and like loads of different ones. Can't think of the names of them, but like when your arms out and then you just have to lift up and down. She said try some of those, so bicep ones like this, and I think she was saying about like this sort of thing. And you're like pushing them, I think, down the back and stuff, because that will help with your shoulders. And just anything that feels like, because obviously I have to engage my stomach as I'm still doing it. So anything that that I feel like it's helping to stretch those muscles or work those muscles, as long as I'm able to engage them and they're not working too hard, she said, then that's good. So I'm so pleased I can actually start adding weight training or like strength training into my exercise routine. You can't like understand how happy I am about that, because I love running, but cardio is not my thing. Strength and weights is my thing. Like ever since I did pole, I've noticed like strength training is my jam. So for me to be able to get back into it is just a dream come true for me right now. I'm just so happy. So I'm in a very good mood today because of that. Anyway, I know my camera's running out of memory, so I better hurry up with what I'm saying. So yeah, so she's asked to see me in 6 weeks, which again is good, because obviously it means that I must be doing well for her to push it back to 6 weeks again rather than a month. So I've got that booked, and then basically drove home, came to pick up my husband and Bubs, made sure he went to the potty first, and then we put him in his training pants, picked up all my own shopping, went to see my nan and just checked her bits and stuff, making sure she's got everything that she needs so we know what to get her for next week. Had a cup of tea with her and then left. It's sad because obviously she's really lonely and we don't really get to see her, but we have to keep our distance. And Bubs has been really good. Like, he sits on the sofa, he sits away from her, and like he doesn't go up to her or anything, so he's been really good. So yeah, we did that, and then we just came home and had lunch just now. But I was really pleasantly surprised as well, because we thought Bubs would have at least wet himself, because he didn't go with potty at all around my nan's. We kept reminding him, saying, do you want to go potty? It's like, no, potty sort of thing. So we're like, oh, fine. And we thought by the time we get home, he would have like wet himself or something. Checked, and he was completely dry. So to me, it's like, because we were gone, well, it's 20 minutes to get there, 20 minutes to come back, and we were at least there for half an hour. So that's over an hour he was dry for, and he didn't wee in his pants at all, so I am so pleased with him. So yeah, so I'm sure there'll be plenty of accidents though while I'm upstairs filming, because that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to film some Assassin's Creed. So but anyway, I'm pretty sure there was something else. If I remember the other points my physio made, then I'll make them. But yeah, I better sign off because I know I've not got long left on the camera. So I'll speak to you later. I've got 3 minutes, so I'm going to see if I can make the points that she was saying. Because I think I'm going to do a video on this, because we were both moaning about the fact that diastasis recti is quite a common problem with women that are like pregnancies. And yeah, just it's a common complaint, but it's never looked at. It's always overlooked by the NHS, by GPs, by doctors everywhere, not just in the UK. And I was saying about the fact that when I'd had Bubs, they are really thorough. When you have a baby, well, here they are, they're actually really good. And it's like they're obsessed with your pelvic floor. And like, I went to see a physio like 3 or 4 times before they'd actually sign me off as being healthy and fully recovered from my pregnancy. And like, I saw a gynecologist and everything, and I went to all these physio classes and stuff. And yeah, and so my pelvic floor is pretty strong. It's in really good condition. But they didn't once say anything about this thing called diastasis recti. I had to find out for myself, like nearly a year after Bubs was born, to find out that this is a very common problem, and that it's the reason that I have such a debilitating like back pain, and the fact that I could not pick up I couldn't stand up holding Bubs when he was newborn for more than 5 minutes without being in crippling pain. I had to sit down every single time to hold him, and obviously he didn't like being held sitting down. He had to stand up, so I couldn't do anything. It was all up to my husband, and I felt I missed out on so much because I could not lift him up because my back was in so much pain. So I just wished that there'd been someone that had actually given me the proper sort of going over to actually make sure everything was okay. And she said apparently there's this thing the NHS are trying to roll out where they actually make it like they give a woman a full MOT, like make it a nationwide thing where they give women a full MOT just to make sure everything's okay, and that includes diastasis recti. But because of lockdown and everything, it's just not something they've been able to really concentrate on. Obviously their priority now is the pandemic. But yeah, it's just one of those things, and like she was moaning about it, and like the fact that she's had to take specialised like training to be able to understand diastasis recti, and she said but even then she doesn't fully understand it because no one really does, because it's different in every woman. So but I mean that was mainly what we were talking about, and I was talking about surgery as well. But again, I will leave that because I'm about to run out of memory, for God's sake. Good evening guys, so I've wiped off the camera with all the videos, so now I can actually do more video clips, although I forgot where I got to on the last video clip and I'm really tired, so I can't really think of what I wanted to say, except obviously I'll just give an update on what happened today. I think it was after I played some Assassin's Creed, I went downstairs and my husband needed to refill the windscreen water thingy in the car, because where we live it's very, very muddy, and if you have none of the water to clean the windscreen, then obviously you just have like a load of mud in the window, and that's what we had today, so we made sure we did that today. So while he was out doing that, I was watching Bubs, and he was just playing and everything, and then all of a sudden he did his normal thing, like what he does when he goes a wee and goes like quick. He did that, but he was saying poo poo, and I just thought it was his new thing of when he goes a wee, that's what he's saying, because he always confuses poo with wee. And so he sat on the toilet, and then he went poo like that, and had a big smile on his face, and obviously the potty started singing, so I was like, he's done a wee. Looked, no, he'd actually done a poo. I was shocked. I was actually shocked. So I made a massive load of fuss of him. I was like super proud of him. So yeah, so that was good. And we haven't had any other accidents since. Should point out that while I was filming Assassin's Creed, he did do a poo in his trousers, and then did he do a poo in his trousers? Yes, he did a poo in his trousers, and then he did another wee as well in his trousers. So, you know, swings and roundabouts. It's kind of like you get one side and you get the other side. So yeah, so that was while I was filming Assassin's Creed footage. So my husband, bless him, had to deal with all that himself. But yeah, ever since then there was no more accidents. He actually did everything on the potty, and like he actually sat on the potty unprompted. He did it himself and stuff. So he's been really good since then. So it shows that there's that little bit of progress. It may be like a tiny bit of progress each day, but there is some progress. There's also the thing, we haven't been watching the news, but I've seen a lot of like YouTube videos of like news clips and stuff about, they're saying that the new strain that's in the UK, they're thinking is actually more deadly than the regular strain of COVID. But the vaccine still works on it. So, but obviously what the vaccine does, it doesn't cure you of it. It means you can get it and you can pass it on still, but it just means that, like, I think that you just won't get as sick from it, so to speak. So yeah, and now there's rumours that kids won't be going back until after Easter to school, so schools will stay closed till then. So obviously in my brain, thinking about like sending off the nursery form, I was like, shit, yeah, these places are closed, and I don't know why I was thinking nursery was the exception. I thought nurseries were the exception, but I don't know. This is what happens when you don't have that sort of association with. I'm just kind of locked in this bubble. So yeah, so we probably won't hear anything for quite a while about Bob's going to nursery, but needs must, I guess. So yeah, so there's that. So I don't see us going to Italy for April. I mean, it was kind of ambitious for us, thinking we'd be able to do our anniversary again this year, because obviously we missed out last year. But it would have been nice to go back this year, but obviously if we have to wait till next year, then so be it. We're still holding out hope for New Zealand in November, but again, I'm not holding my breath. Just hope I can see my parents, because obviously my parents, well, they were originally meant to come over for my sister's birthday in March, for her 40th, but that's looking less and less likely. And then we were supposed to go over there in May, so we'll just have to see how things go, won't we? So, I mean, it's still hopeful, the fact that we're getting the vaccine, but yeah, it's not looking as bright as I think a lot of people were expecting 2021 to be. As long as I can get out and see people safely and stuff, then I'm happy, I think. I'm just very tired. I'm trying to think what else has happened today. I can't remember if I said, but we finished Mandalorian Friday night, and I was very upset because I'm like, what am I supposed to do with my life now? This was what my new comfort blanket that I found being warm and snuggly, and I loved it, and now it's finished. So we started watching it again today. We've been watching we started watching the making of last night, and then yeah, today when we got home from my nan's, we were like, let's just put Mandalorian on. So we started watching them again. But it's funny because it's like, because we watched only like one episode per evening. It's just funny watching them again, because it's like, oh yeah, I forgot that happened. So yeah, it's cool. But But yeah, we really want to get a Mandalorian canvas because we love the art that you see in the credits, like some of the sort of concept art they use for at the end of the credits. We just absolutely love that style, and I really want to get a canvas of one of them, but then it's just the whole thing of like, we've got no walls to put it on. We've still got so many pictures already that we need to put up. We've just not got a spare wall to put them on, so yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do. I think that's it. I'm literally just going to be working on my vlog because I haven't even touched it yet, so I need to work on my vlog for tomorrow, and that's my evening done, and then we're going to try and relax, I think, and watch some more Mandalorian because I need it in my life. I need more. So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. You can also follow me on social media, all the links will be down below. And on that note, I'll say love you guys, and I shall see you all in the next video.